And goal, it will go. Connor Nelson will chase it down. Nelson, the game-winning goal in the 1-0 victory over Potsdam. Scored late in the third period for the Wildcats to secure the win. Fennell up ice, wears a big hit, wore it well. Last tier. Scoring about 16% of the time, 17% of the time almost on the power play this year. Ranks them pretty high in the conference as it's a big blocker save. It was going top shelf. Knocked down by Soderwall and pushed up ice by Vanakis. Battling behind goal. Vanakis pinned against the boards. He's going to be left, I'll say for dead, but obviously not the case. Left on his lonesome as his three teammates stayed behind the blue line, let him do the dirty work. Behind goal it goes. Flipped around the boards. Grabbed by Fennell. Fennell over to Beal. In front. Misses the mark. It looked like Alexander was planted in front. They couldn't make the connection. Fennell with a glove save. Pushes behind goal. Deflects in front. Fennell, a one-timer, shoots, score! 5 minutes, 20 seconds into this matchup. The Wildcats are batting 1,000 on the power play, trying to keep that average going. Here as they're back on the power play. We'll see if Curry changes their approach here on the penalty kill. Curry's penalty kill is number 2 in the country coming into today's matchup. Number 1 in the conference. As they're putting much more pressure on here on the second power play. Remaining on the penalty to Rowley. As the Wildcats will set up their offense here for what is likely going to be their final rush. Could get 2 here, depending on how quickly they move up ice. They want this to be their last rush. As along the near side boards. Pushed around, heading out to the blue line. The Colonels will be the first to touch it. Send it up ice with 15 seconds left on the penalty. The Wildcats may just take their time here. They can get up ice pretty quickly. 5 seconds remaining. Going to try to get in front of the player jumping back on. We're back to even strength. Gaffney at the point. Puts it toward goal. It's a loose puck. And it's cleared out. Now an opportunity the other way. 2-on-1. Up ice comes Duncan. Uses the teammate, but it's blocked. It falls on the stick of the trailer, and it's tipped aside. That was Pruitt trailing behind. 15 seconds remain on the 5-on-3. Lamoth already standing up, ready to jump onto the ice. Pruitt at the blue line. Again, we'll be left with some space. He'll race off to get some fresh legs on the ice. Weinger leaves it up top. As we're back to 5-on-4 now, as Galassi has it over to Weinger. Shot saved by Inzerillo. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Once a 5-on-3, now a 5-on-4. Galassi with it. Shot, glove save, pushed aside, kept out of the glove of Inzerillo. Galassi another opportunity, tipped in front, kick save Inzerillo. Gaefelen was able to get a tip on the puck. Inzerillo got just the tip of his toe on another power play goal here in the first period. Up ice come the Colonels the other way. Pruitt going to allow it to leave their attacking end, and the Wildcats going to slow it down behind goal. Moving out from behind the pipes was Linzo. Linzo up to Tarosian. Too strong of a touch from Tarosian. Nice hit by Linzo. Up ice, shot blocked by Brett Beal. Cabral into the left circle. He'll dump it, leave it. Freeman, shot will miss wide. And unable to collect it was Ryan Pruitt at the blue line. He'll have to race it down. .3:15 remaining in the period. As we hit the 3-minute mark, Colonels out shooting the Wildcats here in the first, 21-10. The Wildcats winning where it matters, which is on the scoreboard, 2-1. Up into the netting. Wildcats win the draw. Kicked away up to the stick of Rothstein, who streaks up ice, takes another shot, pushed aside by Inzerillo. Fennell pinches him hard against the boards. Fennell loses it behind goal. Winning possession is Friedman. Tangled up in front. Inzerillo is getting interfered with. And Wildcats win the faceoff yet again. Nice work by Fennell, absorbing a big hit that came in from Killian Rowley. Fennell able to get it over to Beal, and it'll chip up in. Beaster and Band in the draw. The shot on goal, pushed aside, in front again, batted away. Wildcats win the draw. Shot deflected up and over net. Net came up. Pressured by Hennessy. Over to Dill. Fennell's breakout pass is blocked by Laxonen. He grabs possession along the end boards with Linzo in his hip pocket. Linzo sends him into the corner. No hands up, no problems for the Wildcat. Clean check considered by the refs. Looked like it could have been problematic if Laxonen went in to the boards at a different angle. Shot will miss wide from the point by LaRiviere, and it's sent up the middle of the ice down to Soderwall with 18 minutes remaining in the middle period, as LaRiviere will dump it to the end boards in his defensive end. Wildcats grabbed right back out of midair by Evan Gravel. Gravel will race off to the bench to get fresh legs on the ice as the Wildcats will await the rush from the Colonels. Galassi loses it. Grabbing it is Crook. The shot, shoulder save, loose puck in front. Unable to make the connection was Martin. Quickly grabbing it off the boards is Linzo, dumping it right back in and around. Soderwall slows it down, does not grab possession, and the Wildcats were able to take over. But they're going to clear it out of their attacking end to try to get a fresh change on the ice. Cam Martin will be the last one to jump off. Stopped in front, and the loose puck was there, but the only person on the doorstep was a Colonel. LaFleur tripped up. Nice work racing in. Luke Gaffney goes back to Gaffney. Gaffney will push it in and around. Soderling sends it up the far side boards. And here come the Colonels. Friedman slowed down from behind. Nice work by Gaffney to get there. Martin tries to chip it away from McDonough, but it'll get sent right back up to the middle of the ice to Martin, who tried to keep his balance on one foot, unable to come up with the puck. Skates right in front of Soderwall, and Martin will be the first one there. Should have played that one to the point for Fennell. Instead, it's behind goal still. And the Wildcats going to pull it out of their attacking end, dump it right back in. 35 seconds remaining on the penalty to Walsh. Gage Dill will bring it in. Shot will miss high. And off the rebound. And the Wildcats skating from behind yet again. Last time they trailed, it was only for 3 minutes, and that was in the beginning 5 minutes of the first period. A takeaway in neutral zone. The Wildcats send it up ice. Tarosian grabs it, unable to get a shot off as it's blocked aside by the extra skater Matt Stairs. So it's a 5-minute being served for Connor. And we're going to try to get this back in order. With 7:50 remaining in the second period, Wildcats are skating 5-on-4 for 2 minutes. No, sorry, for 5 minutes, but Tarosian will serve the first 2 minutes, it seems. Fennell will dump it in to the corner. Battling for possession, the Wildcats have 3 guys. Colonels with Wildcats a couple of opportunities, but not many after the big open ice hit by the Wildcats' Connor Linzo. Fennell pushes it in. Soderling turns. Okay, so Fennell out there behind goal, setting up the offense to move up ice on the power play. Wildcats have already scored twice on the power play, both goals coming with the extra skater. Behind goal, won by the Colonels. Fennell at the blue line keeps it in. Tipped pass will clear the zone. Tarosian trying to find Noah LaFleur. Wildcats will dump it right back in. And it's cleared out. Fennell's there to glove it down in the neutral zone. Nice little dangle move by Fennell to evade the pressure as that's tipped in front, pushed aside by Soderwall. Push toward goal, loose puck. Battling in the corner. Sent behind goal again. LaFleur had it again. LaRiviere regains possession. And it's lifted up into the neutral zone. Fennell gets it up to Martin. Martin. Gayfullen and Tarosian in the draw. Colonels won it. Quick shot off the face-off is pushed aside by Enzarillo. Another opportunity in the left circle. With possession is Cabral. Poked away. Now moving up ice is Beal. Beal in the left circle. Sends a pass back. It heads deflected away from Gaffney, and here come the Colonels the other way at 3-on-2. Cross ice pass broken up by Harut Tarosian as the face-off won by the Colonels. Quick shot blocked aside. Up top quickly, gloved by Enzarillo as the horn will sound. Going to have an opportunity to slow things down here, get a line change even. As Chris Alexander is the lone Wildcat in the attacking end. LaFleur misses the connection. Here comes Johnson of Wales again. Connor Nelson behind goal. First to his feet, but the puck trickles forward to a Colonel stick. Cross ice pass to Gaeflin. Soderling now at the point. Pass over to the right circle. Shot saved by Inzerillo. Unable to control the rebound, but his team bails him out in front of him. I believe it was Lafleur who cleared it away. Lafleur now first up ice. Left. One back by the Colonels. Nice work by Haddon Harris to win the draw. Inzerillo will leave it for Fennell. Fennell streaking up ice through the neutral zone. Went to his backhand and will dump it behind goal. Unable to keep it in the blue line. Fennell has to chase it down. Inzerillo passes it up to Lafleur. Duncan now with possession. Nice work coming from behind. Lafleur takes it away. First to touch up was Vanakis. He gets pinched hard against the boards by Lafleur. Slow to his feet, but makes it there. Tarosian along the end boards. They find a pass over to Band. Band will push it along to the far side. Fennell keeps it in the attacking end. 45 seconds remaining on the power play for the Wildcats. Fennell unable again at the blue line to keep it in. But we have another penalty coming up. And now if the season were to end today, is good enough for a playoff spot. Top 6 teams make it to the playoffs in the CNE, formerly the CCC. Back and in the action, the Wildcats trailing by 3 as we hit 11 minutes remaining in the period. Five on 4 we are now as Dill races in. He'll miss wide. Loose puck, opportunity. Crook has to use the speed to get in front. Dill races him down and pokes it away. 5 seconds left on the power play. The Wildcats could avoid another 5-on-3 opportunity, and they do just that. We're back to even strength. Twice tonight, the Wildcats escaped 5v3s, avoided giving up goals. As that's sent up into for the Colonels. They haven't been in many close games, which is why their scoring margin is one of the tops in the country. Second in the country. They're winning most games by 3 goals or so. Fennell tries to split the D as it bounces off the glass of Tarosian. Back to Fennell again. Tipped into the attacking end. Tarosian going to be the first to race it down for the Wildcats. Out sprinted by that. Nichols, Endicott, and then closing out the year against the Colonels. Opportunity now. Fennell has to race it down. He does just that. 50 seconds remaining in the period. Wildcats able to chop at the puck and win it back only momentarily as it's going to go the distance. Under 40 seconds remaining. We get nice trying to do another here. The one-timer misses wide. Not a strong connection for Tarosian. With it is Gaffney. Fennell has to race it down once more. Wildcats need to move quickly. Tarosian has it taken away. Shot toward goal will miss wide. And we're going to get an icing call.